Today I have in front of me my sketchbook and 2 old journals. Now they may just look like normal notebooks to you, which are very empty, but inside, on the pages that are used, are very special artworks to me. These journals hide some of my original first artworks. I say my original first artworks, not like when you're in elementary school and you have art and they force you to take art, but like when I first actually got into doing art. But I was never one of those kids who, once they picked up a pencil, they couldn't put it down or help themselves from drawing. I became one of those kids in the summer, transitioning to 6th grade, when I went to a summer camp and I met 2 really cool artists, and I was like, you made that? I want to make something like that. That's so cool. I actually brought these with me to journal, but obviously I didn't do too much of that. But if we flip to the back, we will find some of my first drawings. My style has changed a lot, not just in improving itself over time, but it just looks so much different nowadays. I actually forgot that this is how I used to draw. It's so weird looking. I mean, look at the little nose. I haven't drawn like this in forever. Oh, this was drawn by one of the artists who got me inspired to do art. You can see how many times like I erased and how hard I was pushing. It goes like 3 pages deep. A start of like a head, a face, just floating. And this is one of the ones I want to redraw. Oh, I remember this one too. I remember this one. It was supposed to be Sailor Saturn, but didn't have a reference, and also I didn't know how to draw very well. A bowling pin hanging out with a bowling ball. Just a bunch of eyes. I don't like that one. Oh, this was also drawn by the girl who got me inspired. One of the main artists who inspired me to take up drawing. This was also drawn by her. I will always be very grateful for her. Love her so much. This one was drawn by me. Style is very obvious. Maybe it's one of the camp counselors. This was also drawn by her. I think that inspired this one, or helped me make this one. By looking at hers. There's a face I drew. And then another face I drew. A Christmas tree that kind of looks like the poop emoji that might have been done on purpose. I don't know. This was also drawn by the girl who inspired me to do art, because we shared an interest that had a character like this, and then I drew this one. Some faces. A wizard, I think. Kind of a nightmare demon. So these are the 2 we're going to be redrawing. Wow, you can already see the inconsistencies in the style, despite these probably being drawn in the same day or like the next day after one another. Maybe because these were my first ever real drawings or what got me into art, I remember these so vividly, but I even remember like what palettes I wanted to use and like how I imagined it in my head. So we're gonna try to make them better and more like what I imagined. Okay, so she's just waving, and then she has her hands behind her back, but I don't want to just redraw it the same pose. I don't know if she'd have her goggles on her, like, eyes. She'd probably have them on her forehead, considering she's not in the water. Is she flat? I don't think she's flat-chested. I think she's supposed to have something, like, going on. She doesn't have anything lower than her knees in this picture, but I think she was supposed to be wearing flip-flops. I'd say that's pretty good. So I'm gonna line it, and then, well, actually, let's draw other girl. What's her name? I'm thinking like Rosetta or something, you know, because she has a rose on her head, and I'm very creative. I don't want to hide her hands, because I did that as like because I can't draw hands thing. Just because you can't draw hands doesn't mean that you shouldn't. Wait, she's flat-chested. Should I leave her flat-chested? I should probably leave her flat-chested. Stay true to the art. I think usually during that time, I probably would have drawn flats anyway. I'm making her face this way so that we can see the rose, and we can actually see that it is a rose. She doesn't have a half-shaved head, it's all just put to the side. This is kind of like taking a test, because you're seeing how much you've improved, but also if you're having a bad day, it's not fair to your art style, you know? I mean, it's not fair to your art to say this is how much I've improved. And it's also not really easy. You can't exactly make like 100% a way to see how much you've improved. Glad to see that some things are still the same, and I don't know how to draw dresses. Of course, I would have liked to have learned by now, but I didn't put in the effort of studying how dresses move. I did for a little while, but there are a lot of dresses out there. I made her look a bit more nervous, like she doesn't know why she's at the dance or whatever. We had a little bit of an issue in the recording the line art point, but we're back at it and ready to roll. I already got the colors for the characters. This is all the colors for her. Gotta put in the protector sheet. Let's get to it. Neither of these were the marker I thought they were. Well, I guess there's no turning back. It would have been better if it was lighter, but I didn't really think ahead. I just did brown eyes. Because green and red are complementary. Anyway, that's it. It's not perfect, but there are definitely some major improvements. Like the fact that she now has legs. And now that she has hands. Major improvements all around. She has color to her as well now. You can tell her rose is a rose, or at least a flower of some sort. Once again, it's definitely not perfect, but it is a major improvement. There are now legs, or more legs, I guess. We got legs properly. We got a prop, and there's color, even though it wasn't done very well. I forgot to frost the tips, so I kind of just put it on the top. Also, I really should have considered that the Sharpie would bleed with the copics. I didn't think it would. I didn't really think about it. While it's not perfect, I think it is a major improvement, and it's good to see where I've come from and where I am now. Because it's really easy to get caught up and think, oh, my art isn't as good as other people's, but compared to how I was, it's definitely a major improvement. I wonder where I'll be in the future. I'll probably be looking back at this art and thinking that it's not that good. I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun doing this, and maybe I'll do some more redraws of my old art. This was a lot of fun. Look how cool the back is. I love the back of Copic drawings. It's so cool looking. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!